Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen, and I'm making curry leaf stew. So in this episode, this is groundnut oil, so we've got pure vegetable oil, and here is our fresh curry leaves, okay, that we'll be using for our stew. And this is the fresh melusa fish, and this is our blended tomato, pepper and shopo with our sliced onion, salt and seasoning cube. Alright, so now proceed. Put a pot on the fire and then pour in your vegetable oil. Alright, so after pouring in your vegetable oil, you allow it to heat for a little, and then you add the quarter size onions and stir to fry. So after frying for just like a minute, then you add a little salt and then you stir it again, okay? And after that, you start to add our fish. Alright, now we are going to be frying our fish directly without boiling, okay, because we want the flavor to be in our oil. Then now you have to stir to prevent it from burning. Alright, so after stirring, continue to add the remaining fish that is left. Alright, so down you stir again, okay. Now we're going to cook our fish in the hot oil this way, and now we'll be adding our thyme. Next we add our curry powder. Alright, next we are going to be adding our curry powder, and after adding our curry powder, then we put in a pinch of salt. Alright, you have to allow it to cook, but before then we add a sliced onion. Then after adding the sliced onion, you stir it properly, okay? Stir it properly so that everything gets to mix up and while it cooks, so that it can penetrate in the fish. Alright, so after this, after stirring, you stir it properly, make sure it penetrates in the fish, and then you turn it down, okay? So now we're going to be allowing it to simmer for a few minutes, and then we're going to come back and allow you. As you can see, it's drying, like it's changing color already. So what are we going to do? We're going to stir it again. So now it's almost dried. We have to remove the ears to prevent so much bones. You know, the head carries lots of bones. Now we're going to be adding our tomato blend mix, okay? I know some persons would like, oh, why didn't you remove the fish first? Don't worry, you get to know when we end the video. Now you stir it again properly and allow it to cook together. Alright, allow it to cook for 5 minutes, okay? Allow it to cook well with the fish. We're going to be frying both the tomato mix and the fish together. Cover it for it to cook and come back minutes later to add a seasoning cube to our stew. Now we are going to be stirring again. I know you'll be wondering why our leaf have not entered. It has to be the last thing to come in, okay? So for now, we're going to be adding a little water to cook so that the stew can cook very well, so we don't eat a half-cooked tomato. Alright, now we cover again and allow it to cook for some minutes. Then now we are going to be slicing our curry leaves, and we'll slice it into bits, like chop it very tiny, like we're going to be chopping it very tiny, okay? So if you don't, just in case some persons don't know how to slice, you can actually slice your leaf in the market. Alright, but for me, I prefer slicing my leaf myself. Alright, so now we're going to chop it into tiny bits before adding it to our stew. Now we have opened, we have to stir again to prevent it from burning. Alright, so next is to start adding our curry leaves. Alright, now you are pouring this curry leaf, make sure do not stir it immediately. Now you just cover it and allow it to sit on it for like 3 minutes. Cover and come back after 3 minutes, okay? Now you can now open thoroughly and stir. Alright, so now stir very well to make sure no part is burning. Alright, so after this, we're still going to cover it and allow our stew to cook for another 2 minutes. Alright, so now after cooking for 2 minutes, we'll come back to stir again. Ta-da! Our curry stew is ready. So let's serve, and we can serve. You can actually serve this with anything. You can serve it with plantain, you can serve it with rice, you can serve it with even yam, whatever you like. This was so yummy. It was so yummy. It tastes so nice. All right, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you in my very next video. For now, bye.